Okay, Janae, I want to hear how you're
How I'm
doing
doing.
and where you are. Can you hold up your painting?
So I actually haven't started. So
Okay,
the
that's okay.
it was a little bit. So I don't have a printer right now. My printer
Oh,
died. I just had a really crazy weekend, and yesterday was
yeah.
busy too. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I did those, those other cloud tutorials that you posted. I watched those. Those were
Yeah.
really good.
Oh, yeah.
A lot
You
of
did
good
your homework.
about clouds. But
Cool.
anyway, so I thought since I'm here, I just got done, with the training. I thought, okay, I'm just gonna kind of
I know,
look,
right?
and then I'll probably have to rewatch it when I'm actually painting. Now,
Right.
how big are you doing yours, Jen? Yours looks
This one's
kind
a
of big.
5x7,
Okay, one 5 by
and this is
7.
on
That's what
the
I'll have as
board. And
yeah,
then
because
this
I
one's
have,
on an 8x10.
okay,
That's the one you
by
do.
10. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
Hmm. Yeah. So like the more and more I paint, the more I realize, oh my gosh, like this is like key for me is to have this with these
Right.
squares to really
Yeah.
do it accurately. And I actually fold it up and stuff so that I'm like not looking at parts that there aren't. And so just constantly refer to that. Let's see.
Yeah, which is so I tried on my own. So I saw like it's funny. So you know how like Deseret Book they send you those the ads, the little booklets that have things that are on sale, whatever. And they had a little painting of Christ in there. And
Oh
so
yeah.
a picture of it, I blew it up. I was doing it up like just looking at it on my phone because I don't have a printer and it has not been as easy. And I was like, oh, I just needed to print this out and just do. I drew it and everything, but it still is helpful, like you said, to just look at each little square at a
Oh, you
time.
know what you can do though? You could use the image on your phone that like download the image and then go into edit. If you're
Okay.
going to send me a picture, like go into edit and then you can edit it inside the app and just kind of like, yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but you could draw the
Draw a
line
line.
that way. Or like somebody smart can throw in and do a image on, what is it? Photoshop.
I
You
did
don't know how to do that stuff.
that.
Not
Yeah, did
anymore.
not occur to me.
Okay, so just kind of have fun. If you need to go, Janae, I like or like do something. Don't sit here and watch me the whole time. But I we have Lisa who came in person, which is so fun to meet
Yeah.
her. And you drive trucks for
I drive
and
for
Oh,
Amazon and
yeah, for
okay.
Amazon. So it's kind of fun to have her. I just met her
Yeah,
through
that's
Facebook. Um, so I was gonna start doing my color palette. And like the thing is, like the colors of yellow, I feel like it's not too far off what I've got. There's like it's like orangish red, kind of what I'm thinking as well.
yeah.
Let's see.
And can I ask you, since
Yeah.
I think so, that painting, that acrylic painting that we did the first time, that was the first time I ever used acrylic paints. I do have some questions. So I remember, like, so on my first painting, I at first started using probably too much water because I was used to doing watercolors.
Yeah.
And so I used probably too much
Yeah,
water. Now, the
probably.
second hey, I'm not supposed to use water, and I maybe haven't used enough water, and I'm not sure what the balance is of how you use water when you're using acrylics, or if
Okay.
you really don't use water. And then the other question I had, so like with I went and I ordered me a big thing of white because
Oh
I
yeah.
was
Yeah, me
low on
too.
white. So do you like just like squirt out white, and then what do you use actually to like get your paint? Because I'm assuming you don't need, I have a hard time like maybe getting too much of the color and making it too
Right.
dark.
Yeah.
And then
So
with, because I've been stirring it with my brush, but then I have like too much paint on my brush. I
Yeah.
feel like,
So
right, for
I
me,
always have a paper towel by my thing so that I
okay,
can like dab it on there to take off the paint. And then I also have a cup of water to wash my brushes in. I would say I always, because I don't paint huge, like there's a painting behind me. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a painting behind me. And in that painting, it's huge. And so like I was totally using a lot of paint, but usually I literally like that's so teeny. Can you see the red and the blue and the
yeah,
white? The white's
yes,
the most that I even have. So you can really always get more in my head is what I say. I can't put back paint into my thing. So I just get a little tiny bit at a time. And usually too, the accent colors, it's rare that you'll have like a straight color that you're using onto the canvas
yeah,
other
yep,
than white. So the other thing is when I was painting, yes, okay, so this is masonite board. And I just don't know
yeah.
what it is about it, but I love painting on it because so I put a couple coats of gesso and that's it. And I just feel like I can layer it so well. Like when I was doing the canvas, I actually really didn't like it. Like I was like, oh man, that's like it's just sucking in everything or
It's harder to move the paint.
uh,
Yeah, I can see where the difference would be because I mean, I've never painted on masonite, but I just in my head can imagine what that it would be a lot different than doing like the canvas. It's like fabric, you know. It's
mhm.
I
I
can
got way too much of this, so if you want some of that, don't worry.
I feel like it's kind of like when you watercolor, like they have watercolor paper, and it seems to
Yeah.
be absorbent kind of, or illustration board. I used to like to paint on illustration board, which I feel like isn't exactly like masonite, but I feel like that's kind of the comparison, where it moves a lot freer and it doesn't absorb quite like doesn't soak it in. It's just different. It doesn't have like um what am I gonna say? You don't have the oh my goodness, my brain. Um the
Mm-hmm.
texture. And that's how I feel like masonite board, you're not gonna have the texture where with canvas you have the texture behind it.
Yeah. And so like just kind of finding what you like, but the water, like I used hardly any yesterday.
Okay, hardly any water
So
on
I
your board,
yeah, no, on the canvas.
on the
Um
canvas, very little. Okay.
on either one, I don't use much water. Like very I use more water if it's like I have a paint color that I really like and it's like starting to dry and then I want to have it go really light, like right here, then I probably had water. Okay.
Okay.
Those are good questions and
Good to know.
I need people to ask questions to teach better. Not like anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of fine tune a little bit. I feel so bad because Lisa, it's hard for you to see anything. Do you want to so, so just cut this out if you want to? That's what I did. I was like cut it out and then I just folded it in half and then folded it in half again and then did third.
And what brushes did
Okay.
This is a filbert.
brush for your
Yeah.
clouds?
This is a filbert and I bet I would really like
This
it.
is the short filbert that the
Oh.
one that you sent me
Oh,
recommended.
okay.
That one, I'm just like I said, I'm just like, what the hell did I go?
That's kind of similar to this brush, maybe kind of sort of, but kind of not. Flash.
It's extremely scissor.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
This one's.
Well, I don't do that. I really this is so I mean it's not going to be this is actually a really staple brush for me. I had you guys buy it in the last class. It's like a level 2 watercolor wash, 1/2 inch, 13 milli CM.
Okay.
So I just really like this brush and try to paint with it a lot. But it's probably like the Filbert brush is probably better. And you're welcome to sit as close to me as you want, but you'll have to like talk to me if you need to use anything. So do you want me to use it for a
You
second?
can if you want. If you don't want to.
Okay, okay.
I have no,
You have no preference, huh?
you know.
Okay.
Trying to figure out. And this one's.
Oh, cool. Gosh.
I'm puzzled with it too.
Um, okay. It's hard for me to paint so that I can actually see it and you can see it too. This is so funny. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the shape of it. See how it's rounded here? And then it's like pretty strong. So that's too light. Right now I'm trying to grab the right color to put back into this gray area. So I wanted to kind of fine tune this. I've also heard that you're supposed to stand when you, the way that you, to have more freedom within your arm as you draw. So because we're all amateur, maybe it doesn't matter. And then I realized too, this area right here was off. I was trying to, and then this, what the, I don't even have a, okay, on the wrong section. Yeah, this is kind of gray. I was talking about how I always use more than one brush at a time. Because I don't like to switch paint colors.
So you have like a different paint color for each, like for the different brush?
Yeah, because I don't want to rinse it 40 times.
Yeah. Maybe I should try that. That sounds like
Yeah.
a good idea.
Just like 3 at the most usually. Oh, you're fine. Take your time. Okay, so I could just tell when I was looking at this painting, this one that I did on the canvas, it's not correct. I guess I actually would rather work on the other one more, but I just started doing this. And so I'm going to finish right here. And so if I'm where I'm painting right now, I probably want it to be a little bit more water. If you can kind of tell, it kind of makes it, I kind of sit it on there. So. And this layer after layer after layer, like I just really sit there and work a certain area like for a long time. So when I do these sections, usually I'll do like a couple a day as I paint my own paintings. And so today I was like, okay, we'll do the next section down, but I just wanted to clean this up a little tiny bit too. Oh man. See how this is probably wrong. I don't know how big these squares are. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna measure it. This is supposed to be, oh, actually I am really accurate right there. Okay.
And what color did you mix with your white in where
In
you are
this
right?
right now, I
Yeah.
put a tiny bit of purple with it.
Okay.
Just tiny. I just try not to paint straight white unless it's like the one area in the painting that is what like that, that- like right here is that oh dang it. I wonder what that did.
That's weird.
I have bad internet lately the last few days, which is really ticking me off.
Oh, that's annoying.
So sorry about that. What were you gonna say?
I was asking if you stir your paint with like a little toothpick or something, or with
Just use
your
my brush.
brush.
I'm actually doing it right now. I'm gonna try to get this orange color. There's this kind of like a pinkish color. And that was way too much. Still way too much. So I'm trying to take off all the paint I can, and then I'm gonna pick it up again. I don't even know if that's gonna get it lighter. To the other one. Okay, there we go.
So there's not very much paint there.
Pink, you say you can't.
No paint, like that's not going to go very far, right?
Oh yeah, no, I don't need very much at all.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do this little section right here. This is where you could use more water to make it like do better in these areas. Okay, so I don't have that part done on this painting, so. I use more water. Okay, so see how this is too solid for this area of what I'm trying to do?
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna grab, because I have too much water. So I've got to take off more of this stuff. Let's see. But then I also like, once I start picking up on my brush with one thing, I'm gonna try to like find that place other areas
Mm-hmm.
so that I can be using it. I'm actually not even looking at what I'm doing. Let's see. See how this is so unforgiving? That's what I
Yeah.
think right there.
Yeah, very unforgiving. It just doesn't move at all once you put it down on the canvas.
Yeah, and so you have to go back in and like use your other color and blend it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to make that gray color again. It was like this blue.
Was that blue from yesterday?
No, you
Oh,
can put it in a zippy sack,
that
but it
was
doesn't
what
always
you could-
last that long.
okay, so you can put it in a Ziploc and then it would just like keep it for you.
Possibly.
Okay.
And I can never tell until I put this on the actual board of like what color it's actually making. Okay. Yeah, I feel like if I'm gonna rework this area, I actually did a pretty good job with the color on that. Then I would have to like do quite a bit of the other color and match that first, and then you have to like rework all of it. So it's just kind of hard to not finish the area you're on sometimes. Mm. Mm. And I was saying earlier on the other video that you can see the uh, picture that is digital. You can
Mm-hmm.
kind of see it better than the colors are more vibrant than through a printout paper
Yeah.
if you're trying to be accurate with the colors. So I could get my brush dry. In fact, I'll just do it to see if it works. I just have water on this brush. Sometimes you can go back through and it actually will pull up the other colors of the paint. If I just try to blend it with what I have water wise, it's like only water. So I could try to do that with this area here too. Oh, okay. Hmm. And then more we kind of like move our brush and are a little bit sloppy, I think that we get better results too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did anybody else join today?
Let's see. Three participants. Nope.
Oh, it's just us.
Yep.
Hmm.
I haven't had a chance to watch yesterday's yet.
Did you say you don't have paints to start right now?
No, I do have. I just, I don't have a printer, so I wasn't able to print off.
Oh.
And then I wasn't able to join yesterday. During parent teacher conferences, I'm helping with hospitality in the PTA. So I was in charge of getting a dinner together for all the teachers at Layton High School. I had
Oh,
two
cool.
women helping me, but we're doing Cafe Rio salads. And so I had
Awesome.
quite a bit of things I had to do in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I had to be there serving. And
I'm curious, what age is this for? At the high school, you said?
the high school, yeah, for the teachers.
So my husband teaches high school, he was like, I
Mhm.
don't even know what the point of these parent teacher conferences are anymore. Nobody even comes.
I don't, and yeah, what happened? Like, I used to wait in
Like not
line.
the thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strange. And other parents saying, well, I don't go. But see, so David is my youngest, and I will say Adeline, she graduated from Davis High and she was there during like COVID. So it was less during that time, but still, there were still a few people, but definitely a lot fewer people. But in between Adeline and my next daughter, there's 5 years. And my other three girls were pretty close together. And I would wait in lines, long lines, to talk to
Wow.
teachers. So it's kind of a strange, like yesterday, and I felt like there were probably 20 teachers not there. And like, no parents even show up to talk to I don't get it. I don't know why. Why
Well,
is that?
I mean, the story for me, I never go. Jason's
Okay.
in high school, and I'm like, dude, my kids all get A's. I don't think I need anything. Like, I've got 6 kids. Do I bring all my kids there? Heck no.
Right.
That's,
So
that's what
maybe
goes through my head.
I could understand that. I personally, it's because, well, they used to do parent back to school night, even for the high school, which I really enjoyed. I always liked going. I always went. I feel like other people used to go to back to school night also because it seemed like it was always packed, like packed.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'd like to meet all of my son's teachers. Just I mean, now I feel like there's not, since it's been like a number of years since my daughter graduated from Layton High, my next one. Very few of the teachers are the same, but there are still some teachers, and I like to say hi to them, and they know me, especially the coaches, like, cross country coach is the same. My daughter was big into cross country, did all 3 years. I just like to go say hi, and then I like to see my son's teachers.
Well, it's smart for the fact that if I was more hands-on, I guess it's probably because I have too many kids that I'm just always like, oh, geez, I don't like if I go for one, how many do I go to? And then I want to be committed to. And
Yeah.
some of my kids, I'm really involved with their school because they help there, but want to be like Janae.
I think I just got used to it because I have, like I said, my youngest is your oldest, so it's a little
Mhm.
bit different. But I think I used to always go, so I can't imagine not going. And I do like to, there were like two teachers I didn't meet last year of my son's because I just didn't have time. It was like I had a short period of time. I went to the AP teachers, to kind of meet with them, and see if they had anything to say. I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's not that helpful, and sometimes you can get some good insight on how to help your child study or whatever, or maneuver the class. I think it kind of just depends. But I just like putting a face, because then it was kind of fun because I helped with the dinner and all the teachers came in, and you kind of see the teachers. And then after they had dinner, they ate, I went and did parent teacher conference. And so it was kind of fun to say, oh, okay, now I saw you at the dinner and now I see you, my son's teacher. I will say, so one of my daughters, oh, I don't know if I should record all this.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
Record it.
Yeah.
Never
It's on
mind.
record. I just gotta remind you.
Yeah, but
It's okay. We don't need to.
everyone go to parent teacher conference. I feel like that, or eventually they just won't even do it anymore.
Well, I think it's cool too for feeding the teachers. I've done that in the last couple of years.
The,
You
the,
need
te-
food.
uh,
What?
the teachers appreciate it. I know that they do.
Yeah. Wish I was sometimes in charge of what they got.
Yeah, we did Cafe Rio salads.
Yeah, great.
And it was good. It was good. And we did have rice and we had black beans, and a lot of the men didn't put any lettuce, and they just like did rice
Burrito style.
and cheese, and that's fine. That's okay.
That's
But
fine.
we felt the options there.
That's all now.
It was good. The district, they have a catering service. It's at the Freeport Center in Clearfield, and we ordered the pork from there. It was really good. Did a sweet pork, and then they have brownies that they do, and we did pumpkin brownies or it was like a cake. It was like pumpkin cake with cream cheese frosting and brownies. And
My husband's favorite.
they were great. Really, really good. And I thought they were reasonably priced.
Okay,
So-
so right here, if you can see what I'm working on,
Yes.
I'm doing this cloud section here. And I hadn't worked it near enough. So I've got yellow ochre. And I am just working it. And there's quite a bit of purple in here too. Hmm.
I have a question, Jen. So as you're trying to find the right color, and let's say, like you said, sometimes it's hard to know it's not the right color until you actually put it on the board. And then when you discover that it isn't right, do you let it dry first? Or do you just like immediately?
I just change it right away. I just try to, because I work the same, because we're probably pretty close with what we're working with, that you just need to add a little bit more of this or whatever. So no, I usually just work it right then.
Okay. Let's say like you do something and you're just like, oh, I just really hate it. Do you
I have a lot of canvases in my garage that I'll just actually, my kids paint too. And so they'll paint and it's not something that they're proud of. So I just recycle it. And sometimes I ask, I'm just going to recycle this. If they cared about it, it would be in their room. So I just revamp some of that.
and you just paint over it, like totally paint over.
Yeah, gesso. Yeah, why? Yeah, I totally do that.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like I'll cover this because it's messy. So I'm gonna go a little bit more with the white and in these brighter areas. Just a tiny bit. Usually the highlights really make a big difference when you go back through and you're highlighting with the white. When I don't have enough water. You can have too much for sure though. So this color is wrong here. And
How do you with the, oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm
Sorry.
not really talking. What were you gonna ask?
I was gonna say, so like in this area that you're working, I noticed like it looks kind of like the colors have bleeded into each other kind of, which I know
Mhm.
how to do with watercolor. That's easy to do. How do you get that same effect when you're working with acrylics to make it kind of just blend into each other and look kind of have that?
Well, sometimes they have to be wet. So like I'm not blending in very much right now, but the tones of the color are pretty similar. And so sometimes that's part of it too, is the tone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to do, I'll show you how to do that in just a second because I've got to do a little bit more in this area. Mm. I just want to make sure I've gotten the edge like I want it to before I do the purple colors stuff. And some of this, mm, it's such a bright blue color. It's just kind of, I think I used a ton of the, I feel like my paints are already drying on me. A ton of the, what is it called? Phthalo blue. Yeah.
Hmm.
So see how I'm just gonna do a tiny bit in the in some of these areas that are kind of darker, and then I'm gonna go back through and then I'll be blending and doing some stuff. So can you see it close enough with the camera?
Yes.
See how I've just kind of, I haven't changed anything on my brush. I'm just reworking the same area with my brush in the different tones, which made a really nice, I thought went really well. Okay, so there's that blue, goes into here. And then it's gonna go up. Kind of pretty bright here, which I've got on my brush. I haven't changed my brush. I haven't dipped my brush other than in water one time. Okay, so I feel like this is pretty accurate. I just feel like it's kind of darker. And there was some here. Now I'm gonna pull the purple deeper now. Next. Okay, so I have pretty dark purple. And had hardly any, and I am going to use a little bit more water. So I don't know if you can tell, it's obviously not dripping, but I did put a little bit of water in that. Okay, so it's going to go lighter here. I've got to get some. And there's purple. Kind of like outlining. I think it's a little bit brighter though. Like,
Adding the purple made a big difference. I like that was good. And I didn't really notice the purple until you start painting that on there, that there was paint purple.
yeah. And then I'm just made it a little bit whiter for the clouds, the layer, the color. Mm, And I feel like it's like almost red right here. So I'm gonna mess around and see if I can. Hmm, like my paint is already drying. Maybe it's my air dryer over there. I just thought of that. Needed like just a tiny bit of color there. Okay, so we've got. Hmm, you getting paint all over again? Mm. So sometimes if I work it too much too, I just am like, okay, I gotta take a break because my eyes are going buggy, and then I'll come back to it later. And so that's what I totally did with that section. And there's still, this isn't right. Like something's not right with my shape. Like if I drew a line here, it's like this is this cloud, and it's gonna go up here. This is gonna be more white here, I think is what it is. And then I'm gonna move on. And we're gonna go down to the next section. Hmm. And then go all the way to the very edges, by the way, when you're doing the canvas, go all the way to the edge so that if it's sitting on the wall, you can see that. I realized I didn't do that great with my blue, and since my blue is gonna die on me, I'm gonna hurry and hit that. Sometimes you can just like on the edges too, it's not precise, so you can just make it up and good.
Do you like painting on that easel that you have? Because
Yeah, I
you know,
do.
I'm just doing it flat down. It would definitely be different. You have a different perspective if you're painting
Yeah, I
with it
don't
up
think
like
that
that.
I paint without it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I use that quite a bit. Okay, so this is pretty blue. I think it has a tiny bit more gray. It's pretty dang black. And if I know the color palette, sometimes like I just mix the colors, like I'm mixing the blue and the purple within this gray because it matches. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I'm gonna go down into this square here. It's pretty awesome. Too far away. Oh, we'll have to keep track on the
It's
time.
about an hour, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's do about 20 more minutes.
I'll probably leave you and I'm gonna go make a
Yes.
print. I'm gonna go to the printer place now so I can get a copy.
Yeah, I do.
So
Sounds
I
good.
could start it.
Sounds good. It was really good to talk with you though.
I know. It looks amazing as usual. I'm excited for the final picture.
You. Hey, you dropped Drive safe, have fun.
Well, do we have most people that did the first painting doing this clouds painting now?
They kind of said they wanted to. I think they also worked, and so I know it was very inconvenient for everybody, but I wanted to do it so that I wasn't in the middle of my kids being home.
Exact, right. Well, we can watch the
Have the option.
recording, so that's
Yeah.
great.
It's
So,
just now it's a matter of self-discipline.
yep. Well, thanks for doing this for us, Jen.
Yeah, so fun.
Okay, I'll talk
Me
to you
too.
tomorrow.
Hey, see you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, that's better. Ooh, that's looking so good at the bottom. How'd you get that color?
It's like 9 million.
Yeah, right, right. Oh my gosh, that was good. That's peach. I need that. Can I have some? It's this one. No, can I just use off your
Yeah.
palette?
Oh, yeah, it might be kind of dry, but.
Yeah, exactly the size. Hey, perfect. Good to pro.
So do you usually put something on the canvas first? so that-
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you really do. You do a whitewash, but I wanted to see my lines, and as I started to do it, I just couldn't see them very good, so I kind of stopped. But
It's almost like the texture of the canvas is just coming through too much or something.
I know.
Or like guiding or.
yeah, so that's why it has
That
to
would
do
be
layers
stuff
and
on
different
it.
things. So I'll just be doing layers after layers. Like you've done so well at the bottom, like just keep doing that. So the more paint we apply, it'll keep coming. And maybe there's too much water going on. That can also be part of it. I wonder if you guys do in the painting class have like notice the clouds more. Do you guys look at them more?
I'm always looking at clouds, always.
Do you lose somebody? You just do.
Just, I don't know. Every day.
I've been looking at them.
They're different every single day.
It's amazing.
And it's funny, I have more cloud pictures on the phone than probably pictures of my children. And then one day, it's about a month ago, my son called me. He's 13. And he's like, Mom, are you home? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I need somebody to grab a picture of the clouds. I'm on the freeway and I can't. And I'm like, what? He's like, are you looking at the cloud? And I never said anything to him. And he got home and he's like, look at all these pictures of clouds I have on my phone, Mom. And he has more than I do.
Meant to be.
You are my child. Huh.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I don't know why I got blue right there. I literally don't understand why. Hmm. That wasn't good. too dark. Like we have a Tesla sign right here. Hmm. Do you use brown?
Mhm. It's got a fancier name than brown, but yeah.
I'm not good with
Raw.
raw
umber.
umber, yeah.
So.
Mhm, mhm.
It's like there's this like translucent
Mm-hmm.
purple over the
Oh,
that like I
yeah.
can't get over the look at
I've been using that purple. You're, I think,
the
really close to it.
grayish purple
You're
thing.
getting paint on that if you care.
But it's like I can't get it to be like translucent enough to like show the peach through
Use
it,
more
but yet
water
not.
with it. Try. I don't. Yeah.
And it's all green.
I know because of the canvas, right? Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Did you put away your peach? I'm just wondering. Oh, it's right here. Blush. That's what you used, huh?
Not coming in the jar.
No, no. I think I might even have it, but I think my dad. No,
Oh my God, it's like skin tone.
yeah. Mm. Huh. Now that I just put it on, that doesn't look right. It's more. It's just white. Okay, so this was, so I can tell people are watching it. This is a blush, literally only the word blush. And I just added more white to it. I still think it's missing something though. Mm. This brush is totally dry. And using it to like blend in the colors here. Um, okay, so like it has it here too. Okay, so like this is good. That is good. Oh, my phone just died.
Okay, we have to end our recording because my phone died.